What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Mayo Media Network. I'm Albert Vartanian, soccer analyst from FTN Daily and FTNBets.com, and we're back with another Euro 2020 betting tips video for you, and it's the final slate of the group stage matches, including a big rematch of the 2016 final between Portugal and France. But before we get into the previews, please, guys, subscribe to the channel and click the notification bell if you want to stay up to date with all of the Euro 2020 content that we'll have coming your way throughout the rest of this tournament. Let's get into the matches. So first up, we have Sweden taking on Poland in Group E. After beating Slovakia thanks to an Emil Forsberg penalty, Sweden is a surprise leader going into the Group E finale. A draw will see them go through to the round of 16, but a win will guarantee first place. Finishing at the top would be great for the Swedes, but I doubt that we'll see them push for it since a draw will do the trick. I think we can expect their manager to adopt a safety-first approach to this game and rely on his defense as he has up until this point. Sweden, they've looked pretty good at the back, grinding their way to a 0-0 draw against Spain and following that up with a clean sheet against Slovakia. The Scandinavians, they're tough to break down, conceding just once in 7 matches this year. Poland, who needs a win to stay in the hunt for the knockout rounds, will have to be at their best to get past Sweden on Thursday. Lewandowski and co. bounced back from a surprise 2-1 loss to Slovakia by drawing 1-1 with Spain thanks to Lewandowski's second half header. But they were unlucky not to lose that match, to be honest. Spain was the better team, and a missed penalty by Gerard Moreno helped the cause as well. That result was big for them, but they haven't quite looked up for it in this tournament yet. They heavily rely on Lewandowski to bail them out of difficult situations, as most teams do with their best player, but they'll depend on him again to get a result out of this Sweden game. With the Swedes only needing a draw to advance, this has low scoring written all over it. Sweden is very well organized and didn't concede to 2 teams that have been and are much better than this Poland side. So my first bet, I'm going to go with under 2.5 goals. I also like Sweden on the money line at plus 185 on DK Sportsbook. With Poland pushing for the win, they could leave themselves open at the back and vulnerable to a counterattack. A player like Alexander Isak, who's been excellent for the Swedes, could capitalize on that. The second match of Group E sees Spain taking on Slovakia. Spain is making hard work of getting out of their group. Yes, they've dominated both games they've played so far, but the lack of killer instinct up front has cost them, and now they need all 3 points to punch their ticket to the next round. Slovakia is a team that they should beat, but their slow build-up play and lack of finishing in the final third has left many Spanish fans unconvinced, and they can be in real trouble here against a decent Slovakian side. Slovakia, their fate is still in their own hands. They're a point up on Spain and need only a draw to seal progression into the next round, which would be considered a massive success for them. Surprisingly, they've been in this position before. At both Euro 2016 and the 2010 World Cup, they needed a result in their final group games to get through it, and they did it. Will they do it again? I don't know, and that's why I'm staying away from the money line on this one. I don't trust Spain enough to win this match, and I think Slovakia will just set up shop and defend with everything that they have. With that said, I'm going with the under 2.5 goals once again at plus 118. If Spain does win, I don't think it'll be more than 1 or 2 goals to 0, so the under 2.5 has you covered. Now to the group of death, Group F. It's all to play for here with every team still in contention to advance to the next round. First, it's Germany. They welcome Hungary to Munich fresh off their emphatic 4-2 win over Portugal. That result put them back into the running for the round of 16, and another victory here would see them get over the line. In fact, Germany will actually finish first if they win and France does not, thereby qualifying for the knockout stages of the Euros for the 4th time in a row. The German squad will be on high confidence, but they could be missing some key pieces for this final match against Hungary. Thomas Müller is nursing a knee injury and could be out until the quarterfinals if they make it that far. And starters Mats Hummels and Ilkay Gundogan missed training with injuries of their own. All 3 of these men were key to their success against Portugal, so potentially losing all 3 for the final match is a major concern. As for Hungary, they may be underdogs, but their 1-1 draw with France shows that they shouldn't be underestimated. The point kept them alive, and now they'll need at least a win to progress through to the next round. The fact that they even enter this match with a chance of progressing from Group F is a testimony to just how good they've been. They're organized and they work hard in defense, and they've also shown that they can be clinical on the break. And they absolutely deserve the draw with France on Saturday, and that many of their players were disappointed not to have beaten them speaks volumes for the threat that they actually pose, which Germany should be well aware of. As good as Hungary has been, losing the power of 60,000 passionate fans behind them could have a huge effect on them against a quality side like Germany. Although they are too good defensively to be brushed aside, and they do have an eye for goal. They've scored in 7 of their last 8 competitive games, and Germany isn't exactly a juggernaut defensively, and they could leave themselves exposed to the counter. The home side should have enough to win this match, but I can see them allowing at least one to the Hungarians. So I'm backing both teams to score at plus 120 on DraftKings Sportsbook. Finally, it's France versus Portugal and what could be the match of the group stage. Portugal's defeat to Germany on Saturday leaves them in a difficult position. A win over the world champs will see them through. A draw could work as well, but Germany would need to lose in that case, so that's the most unlikely scenario. They can still get through with a loss, but they can't lose by 3 or more. Did you get all that? Playing France knowing that they need a result is not how Portugal wanted to go into their last group game, with elimination still a possibility, but they've been here before. Prior to winning 2016, they almost failed to get out of their group, winning none of their matches, but drawing all 3 to get into the knockouts as one of the best third-place teams. As for France, they'll go through if they avoid defeat or if the other match is drawn. Win and they go top of the group. It's as simple as that for them, but similar to Portugal, confidence could be low after a disappointing result in their last match against Hungary. France is strong in every department, but we have seen a weakness, and so far it's their finishing, which has been poor. Antoine Griezmann, Kylian Mbappe, and Karim Benzema all blew golden opportunities before the Hungarians scored, but thankfully for them, Griezmann equalized to salvage a draw. But the performance wasn't up to their standard, and we should expect them to be at their best come Wednesday. Once again, though, I'm staying away from the winner's market, and I'm going with the totals instead. I think Portugal will want to score early and take the lead, which would allow them to play a much more defensive game. This will put the onus on France to attack, which could result in them finding the back of the net. Portugal's defense looked vulnerable against Germany, and the likes of Mbappe and Benzema could really hurt them. With that said, I think both sides will score here, so I'm going with over 2 on the Asian handicap. Over 2, you win. If the game ends with 2, then you get your money back. Alright guys, thanks for watching the video, and if you enjoyed it, please hit the like button and subscribe for more videos like this one. Also, comment below with your prediction for all 4 matches on Wednesday. Who do you think is going to win and who will advance? If you want more bets from me, head over to ftnbets.com. If you're not a subscriber, then you can sign up now and enter in the promo code ALBERT for 10% off. Thanks again for watching and enjoy the games.